What's going on, gamers? Raf204 here, and welcome back to another video. This is the What's Up with Nintendo. So if you haven't seen the other ones, Xbox and PlayStation What's Up videos, check those down below. I'll leave them in the description. First, I'd like to say thank you guys so much for the support and the love that you guys have been giving me, the likes, the shares, the comments, all that good stuff. We're up to 62 subscribers as we speak, so let's keep it moving. So without further ado, let's talk about Nintendo. So these are my thoughts on what's going on with Nintendo, my introduction to Nintendo. Let's start from there. First, the first time I got Nintendo, that was like long time ago. I was a little kid. My brothers had it first. Well, my father bought it for all of us, but my brother had two big older brothers, so they didn't let me play like that. So yeah, I had that controller too. Duck Hunt, Mario, Zelda, all that good stuff. Nintendo was something. It was part of my childhood. It was something that I loved, and I with Nintendo, I found out that I love video games. I love imagination. I love all that good stuff. Nintendo brought that to me. It would always have something, a place in my heart, Nintendo. So it was just something different. It was something that I never experienced before. I used to go to the arcades a lot and everything, but Nintendo brought it to your house, to your home, and that little tiny screen. But Nintendo was awesome, man. Let's move on to their games. Let's talk about their games. Nintendo One had like Mario. This is the one that I had: Mario, Duck Hunt. Then I was introduced to Donkey Kong, baseball, Donkey Kong 3, Popeye, all these games. The Kung Fu was awesome. And then they had Baseball All-Star. This was one of my favorite. Yeah, so Nintendo 1 was awesome. Even the controller was amazing. Yeah, so then this is the console right here. So yeah, it was an amazing console. I loved it. And then we move on to the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo's games were like, it was amazing because they had all the Super series. Everything was like super. So everything that they did with their first Nintendo, they like up a notch. Like everything went up. So we had the new Zelda. We had the new Mario that came with the Super Nintendo. Mega Man. I never played Earthbound. Super Mario All-Star was amazing. I love this game. Donkey Kong Country was great. Castlevania, Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, just an amazing library. Oh, Turtles in Time, oof, and just an amazing library. Contra 3, it was amazing. It was amazing. Super Nintendo was like the greatest at the time when it first came out. And let's move on to the next console. The next console we have the N64. Now the N64 was my favorite console from the Nintendo series. Like all the Nintendo consoles, there's one that came runner up. Like I think there's like a brother to this console. But anyways, let's talk about their games. We got Zelda, Ocarina of Time, one of the best, if not the best game ever made. Star Fox. What I did was I had gone to Blockbuster at the time. There's a rental place, and I would rent Star Fox, Super Smash Brothers, and Star Wars Shadow of Empire was really good too. Wave Racer. I would rent all of these games. Then I started buying them. They were very expensive, but I started buying them. GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. I bought Star Fox. Of course, I bought Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. So the N64 was amazing. I think it was ahead of its time. Mario Kart, it was ahead of its time. Such a great console. And it was competing with the big boys. It was competing with PlayStation 1 and 2. It was competing with Sega. So it had a lot of competition at the time, but Nintendo just held it down for me. Then my second favorite console from Nintendo would be GameCube. GameCube was like, to me, like a brother to the N64, like the sibling to the N64. It's like it wanted to do what the N64 did, but more. So it did come out with Twilight Princess, like a a sister brother to Ocarina of Time. It even came out with the Legacy Pack. Wind Waker was something new that they tried. A lot of people didn't like it. I didn't like it in the beginning, but when I kept playing, I loved it. Luigi's Mansion was brand new, giving Luigi his first game. Mario Parties, you already know, Mario Parties were amazing. And all the Zelda games, that were coming out, they were just amazing. This is the one that I haven't played, Eternal Darkness. I heard good things, and this is one of the best racers, F-Zero. You gotta love it. 1080 Avalanche was great. 1080 from the Nintendo was great too. So it's like I said, it was like a sister brother console. Everything that the N64 did, they wanted to up it. So GameCube was amazing. Till today, GameCube is known as one of the most underrated consoles of all time. So I would highly suggest you guys at least try it in the Switch too, that has the app now, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep adding more and more to it. Let's move on. We was awesome. When we came out, it was very unique. This is when Nintendo was trying to do different things with their console, because they were competing with the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 3, the Xbox. So it was like a high competition now. So Nintendo had to do more things, So they just started like with the Wii Remote and everything. I wasn't a real big fan of the Wii Remote, but the Wii Sports, playing bowling and boxing and basketball and all that stuff, it had me. And then the Skyward Sword with the Wii Remote, using it like a sword. It was intense, but it was great. Mario Galaxy series came out, the sports mix, everything. We was amazing. It's one of the top selling consoles of all time. So we was great. And then they brought back the classic, but they made it into like new with the Super Mario, the new Super Mario Wii was great too. I like that. That turned it around for me a bit. Try to bring back what they did before, but like in a new take. So let's move on to the next console. Was the Wii U. Now the Wii U had an amazing library. It just sort of flopped, and people weren't really feeling it. But if you go back and you look at their games, their libraries, these two were classics. They had to remake them again, and everybody till today is still waiting on the Switch 2 ports for these two, because these two games were so good. Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. I just did my short. Check that out. I'll put that in the description down below of my Legend of Zelda collection. Star Fox, the new Star Fox. This game I didn't really play it much, because like I had the Wii U, but I didn't like really play a lot of the games. I was so busy playing the PS2, the PS3. So this console kind of like slipped by. But because of this console and having the handheld, it led to the Switch 1. So the Switch 1 was like pretty much what happened with the Wii U. Was like, it was great, but the handheld, you can't take it anywhere. Like you could take it to the bathroom if you want to go and use it there, but then eventually the signal will cut off. They had the right idea, but they didn't execute it correctly. Like if you can take the gamepad with you, that was the right idea. So this is where the Switch 2, where the Wii U walked, the Switch ran, and this was the idea that they came up with playing your actual console games on the go, not just a regular handheld dedicated to handheld games. This was the console. The console, you can switch it, take it with you to go. I was there day one on a line, very very cold day, but I got my console and I got the Breath of the Wild video game with it, and the controller, and it was an experience. I never really like did something like that, get on the line and actually wait for something. I know a lot of people do it with like getting Jordans or like new releases on stuff, but I never really did that. So I said, let me do it. I mean, it's worth it. To me, it was worth it because of the Breath of the Wild coming out, and the new Zelda coming out. I mean, I know it's coming out. I know it came out for the Wii U, but I didn't want it for the Wii U. I wanted it for the new console, and it would run better and look better. So yeah, so that was the Wii U. The Switch. My first take on that, and then the Switch 2, which I got it from my birthday. It was amazing. It's awesome, actually, the Switch 2. And I could talk about their games all day. I just played what was it? Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. It was great. I think that was the first my first experience with the game, with the console, as its first release, exclusive to Switch 2 title. And I enjoyed it, and I love it, and I loved it, but not as much as Zelda's original games. But yeah, so Switch 2 is amazing too. So as far as the games and the consoles and everything is great. What's going on with Nintendo is that they're bringing up the prices. They're, like everybody, but this is a problem with everybody, with all the consoles. But at least the Switch 2 right now is 450, where Xbox is 650, PlayStation is 700, with the Pro being 900. It's basically back in the pocket of being the cheapest console out there right now. Um, would I recommend this console? Absolutely, especially with the pipeline of all the games coming out soon, with the rumored Ocarina of Time remake coming, and Nintendo never fails with their exclusive titles. Mario Kart, I didn't really enjoy as much as Mario Kart 8, but it was a great video game, and I play it all the time with my kids when they're bored and they want to play something else. But the console, the feel of the console is great. Everything is great about the the Switch 2. And if you want to wait for the OLED, I'm pretty sure they're probably working on the OLED already. So if you want to wait for that, then wait for it, and then you can get it bundled with the new Zelda game or whatever. That's what everybody's waiting for: new Zelda, new Mario, new Luigi. That's what everybody's waiting for, and that's what Nintendo does best, is their IPs. They do something different with their IPs. Donkey Kong Bonanza, I didn't really get it because it's not my cup of tea. Donkey Kong is not really my style when it comes to like my a fan of all the characters. I'm a fan of, I'm even a fan of Toad. But Donkey Kong, I'm not really a big fan of Donkey Kong. I played their games back then in N64 days and all of that, but I didn't really like finish them, or I was rushing to get it because they were really hard. The games were difficult. But yeah, the bad, it's all around everywhere in the whole entire company. Everyone's struggling, and everyone is, the corporate, the suits, and everybody are interrupting the I think the creativity of the console, of the games, of all of that. It's just their suits are getting in the way, and it's becoming greed over anything else. Then you got the tariffs and all of that stuff. But as a gamer first, um, I think the console is great. The company is gonna do great, or get better at what they're doing. I know that a lot of people bought the console recently because of the Pokemon game that just came out for it, so it's doing great. It's doing great. I have no worries with Nintendo when it comes to their exclusives and them delivering on video games. Where I do have problems with Xbox and PlayStation bringing their titles and delivering. As a gamer, we want the best of all of them, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. We want them to come out with something unique for their console or for everybody. We don't care like if it's not exclusive or is exclusive. I know Nintendo is exclusive all the time, but they're also trying third party games and everything. And I didn't buy a Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch 1 for third party games. I bought them for exclusives. And that's what Nintendo's always been for. Where Xbox and PlayStation are very similar, and they have the same build, basically AMD. So they kind of like the same. They just have to come out with their own identity, where Nintendo already has an identity. Um, and you can see it when you hold the controller and you hold everything and you play all the games. You feel like you're playing a Nintendo game. Where Xbox and PlayStation, they have their own problems to deal with. But other than that, yeah, this is Nintendo. I just hope that, like I said in my other two videos, I hope Nintendo can bring it with their new titles that are coming soon. I hope that, you know everything goes well for them, because I want all the consoles, I want all the companies to do great. That's always been me. I always like more. If the more they do, the more better they do, the better games we get. If they compete with each other, is great too, because then they go up. They trying to one up each other, but we all here as gamers are like, yes, give me more, give me this, give me that. So yeah, so that's the video for the Nintendo's history, the what's up with Nintendo. Hopefully everything goes well for them, for all the other companies as well. Don't forget to like the video, share it, subscribe if you want to subscribe. I don't want to force anybody to subscribe to my channel if they don't want to be here, if they don't want to join me in my journey, and it's okay. You can like the video or share it if you want. And thank you for watching and all of that. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.